How to install your Baller Series heater cover on your DBV vaporizer. What up, y'all? I'm Steve, and thanks a lot for your purchase and support on this new Baller Series heater, making your DBV standard convection vaporizer to the ultimate convection vaporizer with balls in it. It's a ball vape. And so you'll get your rubies, you'll get your new heater cover, and you'll get a new cap. And you may or may not get one that is ground or not ground. And we show both different models here. Neither one's better, neither one's worse. They both are just a different process on how they're made. So how do you do this? Well, the first things first, make sure your unit is turned off and cold. These units are turned off, and the first thing, just go ahead and twist and pull, and then you're just going to twist and pull that up. Now, one thing to note is this Baller Series heater cover was slightly harder to make than the Silver Surfer or the Super Surfer. So it did take us a little bit longer. We had to figure some stuff out. It might seem simple, but there's things about it. And one thing about it is this front is slightly longer than your standard one. And so what you're gonna have to do is kind of put it in at an angle and get it back, and then you can kind of push it down. And as you go down, you'll click it down into there. And it will get down there, everything will be fine. Just push down on there and that will work out just fine. But that's one caveat you'll see is, it's a little long. Well, we tried to make it shorter and it didn't work, so the length is what the length is, and it works once it's in there, and we can get it in there, so we're pleased with it. The next thing you're gonna do is make sure your heater is up. Now, if your heater was low, this is the perfect time to pull it up a little bit. So how would you do that? Well, same way, we'll remove this, and just so I can show you again. And so you're gonna just pull that up a little bit. And one thing is, you don't want it too high in this heater, because if it hits this will melt to it. Just like your heater can never touch your regular heater cover, it can't touch this. It can touch these because these are the same element that your heater is right here. They're all rubies, conundrum, I think is how you say it. Or I'm probably saying it wrong. But once your heater's there pulled up, you can go ahead and install that. Push down on it. Okay, so another thing to note, if your heater's back and forth or whatever, you're definitely going to want it in the center, and you're going to want to push it down. Make sure that when you push this on that it's not going to touch it. However high you are, you're good to go there. Then you just get it kind of centered up there. You can see how I'm doing that. And if it's not perfect, it's okay. Once your beads go in there, they'll help center it up anyways. So the easiest way to do this, for me, is we'll go ahead and cut this bottom off. And then I'm just gonna go ahead and dump this in there. And you can get a little funnel. You can do a lot of different things to do this. Make sure it's open a little bit, lined up. And pour them on in there. And once they start to fill up, if you overfill it, that's all right. Oh, I would have filled this one. That's all right. You can dump some out. And you'll know it's overfilled if you can't put your cap in. So we'll go ahead and dump some out here. And if you dump out too much, you can always do that and get the rest out down there. That's okay. Some people have said if you see the heater just slightly above it, they like that a lot. If you have it covered a little bit, that works as well. Really, you can find this out, but remember, only do this when it's cold. Remove or add beads because they get hot. So we're going to add just a couple bit more in here. You can shake it up, make sure they're all in there. And I think that's good. And it's not hitting. And so now our Baller Series is filled up. And for easy use, and right now I'm just going to dump those right there and put this over here. If you know a better way to fill this up, let me know. Let the users know. But that's pretty much it. You're going to find your new sweet spot. It heats up. Your drag is slightly different, so there are a lot of beads in there, so it will feel a little bit more restricted, but you will get this much larger rip. Hopefully you absolutely love it like I do, and all the fans out there. And elevate mind, body, spirit.